everyone. Wow, I'm super excited today. Welcome to this sneak peek of Food as the Foundation of Holistic Healing Summit. So, this summit I created because it's rooted in the idea that while healing is holistic, food is always the foundation. And that's truly what I believe at Pachavega. So, especially when we look at times of stress, like I know we're only here at the beginning of October, but before you know it, the holidays are upon us, and for many people, that's one of the most stressful times of the whole year. So, the holiday season. Now, this is where food can truly ground us, can steady our energy, and can keep us feeling our best. So, excited to bring you this beautiful special guest, Julia Murray. She is a former Olympian, registered holistic nutritionist, plant based chef, and my dear friend. And she knows firsthand how powerful food can be, not just for performance and for physical health, but also for balance and for joy in our everyday lives. And so today, Julia is going to be sharing her Stay Chill and Nourished holiday guide to be chill over the holidays as a vegan or someone who's vegan curious. And you're going to remind us how food isn't just about nutrients, it's about resilience, it's about sustainability, it's about freedom, and how when what we eat can either add to our holiday stress or it can be the foundation that keeps us steady. Well nourished, lighthearted, happy, smiley, joyful. So yeah, thank you for being here, Julia. And I can't
Of
wait
course.
for you to share with people, like, what do you do in these holidays during the most challenging times of the year? And, what does food as the foundation of holistic healing really mean to you? So here we are, just having a light
Wow.
chat.
Light chat, a little intro and teaser to what you're creating, which, first of all, I just want to appreciate all that you create for everyone. Like, it's just fueled with so much passion and love that I know firsthand because we did our beautiful retreat together, and
And
I
we will
I
do
know that
another.
other one's happening soon. But
Yes.
anyway, thank you, Danielle, for everything you're doing. So I thought since this is going to be a pretty quick chat, I thought we would keep it pretty concise and then also practical for people. I love it when I'm listening to podcasts and there's actually practical tips that you can move forward with life.
Yes.
Um, and I've also got this guide that we're going to be giving everyone who's watching this. It's called the Chill Vegan Holiday Survival Guide and Cookbook.
Oh, I love the
So,
recipes. I snuck a peek at those recipes. They look so
oh yeah,
amazing. Well, I
so
want to
good.
try your apple pie, the apple galette. Ooh, delicious.
That is my mom's specialty, and she went vegan just about a year after I did, which it's been 10 years. I'm a decade vegan. And so we veganized all of her recipes because she was the dessert queen, but now everything that she used to make is now vegan. So yeah, there's an apple vegan galette, there's a cheesecake, and then my super famous, we'll call it famous. His name is Fred, and he's the tofu turkey named Grateful Fred. So good. And it's really great for this conversation we're having. So if you just sign up to my Substack, you'll get that for free. And you can sign up for free to my Substack. So you'll share the link for that. It's a great guide. And I think I'll just go over a couple of, first of all, the ABCDs of the chill vegan holiday. And then we'll kind of get into a few of the tips that are in the guide. Sound good? Okay.
Sounds
So
great.
A, B, C, D. I feel like that's just a nice way to think of it when you're arriving to family dinner. Maybe you're the only vegan there. And my whole take home point for this is be yourself. Know that the holidays are for next love. Preaching too much. It's not about making people go vegan overnight. It's about just being yourself. And then that in turn will open doors of welcomeness and compassion if they're actually interested in eating more plants. If not, all good. Like it's not your place to persuade your family and your close friends to go vegan. There's way more people in the world that you can help eat more plants. Like if your family's not doing it, just love them and appreciate them. It's not worth the stress. So, what do you think of that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can resonate, like sometimes, at least for me too, in my family, even my community, I tend to be one of the only vegans. Yeah, so I'm excited to hear what your advice would be when you're sharing. with
Hmm.
people that you truly deeply love, but just happen to eat differently than you, and how we can just keep the peace and agree to disagree, but also stay true and rooted in our own values.
Yeah, beautifully put. Okay, so the A of the ABCD is acceptance over awkwardness. So I think if you're not accepting to what is, and if there's, a bunch of arguments or questions coming at you, just accept and move forward and, answer with some lighthearted one-liners that they're all in my guide too. I have like answers to common questions you'll get around the table. So acceptance over awkwardness. So these words are things that you can think of, whatever lands with you during the holiday season if things come up and it feels awkward or like, ooh. So acceptance over awkwardness, embrace everyone as they are, and let go of any pressure to make things less awkward, It's just be. And then brings me to B, balance over burnout. This is kind of an overarching big picture one too, but especially for the holiday season, your your job isn't to persuade too many people, it's just be yourself, be compassionate, and don't burn out from bashing your head against the wall. Just be yourself and be balanced throughout it all. Um, yeah, you don't have to convince everyone to do a specific thing. You can just be.
I,
Um,
I feel like when people are genuinely curious and they want to make the changes in their life, you will feel an energy with the question. And the
yeah.
energy is either poking, prodding, like let's try to trap and trick, or genuine curiosity, interest. And I find like when people look at me and they see I had my 44th birthday a couple days ago, and so people are like, "Oh, you look so good for your age." Da, 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 da. And it's like, yes, because the food that I eat fuels my lifestyle, that gives me the energy and when people are curious and they want that, they'll ask. And then
Mhm.
that's the time, what you said too, is like, we're not here to convince everybody. We're only here to support those who really, truly want to make that change.
Exactly. They have to come meet you where you are. And that brings me to C because it's like you read my mind, but compassion and curiosity over conflict. Exactly. It's all about leading with kindness and inviting curiosity over conflict. So just be yourself, and you know that this is working for you, and people see that happening, and then they'll become curious. And because you're leading with compassion, they'll be comfortable asking you questions. It's not about defending or, pushing anything on anyone, especially during this time over the holidays. It's about connecting and making memories and leaving doors open when people feel like they're ready to be curious.
Yeah, amazing. Mhm.
And then D is discussion over debate. So again, similar, but whichever one of these A, B, C, Ds lands with you, you can remember. And then if something comes up, you're just like, okay, discussion over debate. It's not about defending. It's just about keeping it light, keeping it friendly. You're here for open conversations and not heated arguments over the holidays. Yeah. So those are the A, B, C, Ds that I came up with this morning thinking about this talk.
Yeah, exactly. I love this. It's coming from this angle that there is a place for everybody. There and we are. I mean, at least I try to be non-judgmental. I also recognize everyone's in their own process and at a certain stage in their life. So whether that be, on the vegan train, not at all, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, like you said, we're giving this compassion, we're bringing the lightness to it, and then when people are ready and they want, it's a yes, then that's the time that we can really shine and we can share and it can land for people. Otherwise, I feel, being almost 2 decades in this, it's a waste of my energy. This is what I feel. Like if I'm trying to convince someone who isn't to be convinced, it's a total waste of my energy. And there's so many more people that would benefit from that energy that really do want to know and change.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it's about planting those seeds. And you can think of that as the the reducing burnout potential. So if you're spending your energy planting a seed with someone who isn't ready to allow that seed to grow in a positive direction, then you're going to lead yourself to burnout because you're just going to be planting, 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 and it's not ready to flourish. So that's a great point. Um, do you want to go over a few tips that I have in the guide too?
Yes, please.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've
Like
got
what are some of
lots.
the questions that people might get at the table that might provoke or I mean, I've
Yeah,
probably gotten them all, but some of the more
yeah.
common ones, and then
Mhm.
give us some sort of answers that we can. And I know these are all there, so you have to download the guide. But yes, people want to know right now what are
Yeah.
your top questions that people would ask and your best answers.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. We got a few pages of questions and answers, but I'll go over a few. And a lot of this is like from the other side, it's coming usually from love and curiosity, but sometimes it's not. But you can switch the tone by the way you answer it, not just with the words that you're saying, but like, for example, why are you eating the turkey? And then it's just like, oh, I'm filling up on the sides. I love roasted veggies. How delicious. And caramelized onions, like so good. I get full just by eating the sides. You can just switch it in a nice light tone. And then something like, don't you miss the taste of insert animal product, butter or turkey or whatever it might be? And yeah, and you can just keep it quick. You don't have to think like, oh, this is my moment to change the world and change this person into being vegan overnight. It's just like, no, not at all. I've found some amazing alternatives that really hit the spot. And especially my nostalgic spot. Like there's so many like tastes and textures I grew up with, and I found a replacement for all of them. And how's your dog? You can just move it on. You don't have to stick into that conversation and stay there for too long because it's just them being curious and maybe trying to be like, oh, maybe I can, get something out of her to say, like, oh, yeah, I really miss bacon. But no, it's like, no, I found a vegan bacon that tastes just as good and hits the spot. So, yeah, nice and simple, and then move on to the next thing. What do you think about that? Is that
Yeah,
a
how's
good
your dog? I love it.
one?
I
How's your
love
dog?
it. Yes, and like I think if we just have to have the intuition, right? So paying attention to
Mhm.
our intuition, where is the question coming from? Is it coming from love, curiosity, or is it coming from like I want to trick her, I want to sound cool, I want to like make the vegan look funny in front of all of us, right? Like I mean,
Mhm.
I've been 20 years. I'm 20 years vegan, so I've been there. I
Yay!
get it all. And nowadays, ha 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 ha. How's your dog?
Yeah.
Great. Love it.
Yeah. With love. Yeah. And then you can think of those people that have asked those questions too, and later on, send them some stuff if it feels right. And it can be a really lighthearted, like, oh, here's the recipe that we had, and you really liked it, it seemed like. Um, yeah, and then what else do I have? I can't imagine a holiday without animal product, turkey. So I've just got totally understand the tradition and nostalgia, but I've discovered some tasty alternatives and love exploring the endless taste and texture options among the thousands of edible plants in this world to replicate my fave dishes. That's just, you can condense that to whatever you want to say, but those are some good examples. Are you sure you're getting enough protein? No doubt, all plants have protein. The typical protein question probably will come up because your family, if they're not vegan, then they probably don't think plants have protein. I mean, they do. All plants have protein, and all plants have all the amino acids. And you can talk about like something that you're really excited about lately. For example, soy curls. So delicious. And the texture, the taste is all on point. And if you miss chicken, then it's like the most amazing alternative. So if you're super excited about some kind of recipe you recently tried, then go for it. But again, it's just you being excited about your own personal ideas and discoveries.
Yeah, and there's one thing that I read in your guide and I really resonate with it. And it says like connect with the power of your why. Because really, at the end of the day, this is why I choose, why do I choose to eat plant-based? Well, I have my own values and my own like internal ethics, and for me, that's my line in the sand. That's where I draw the line. I will not cross that line. And so when I go into the power of my own why, then that allows me to root down into, yeah, what I truly believe. And so speaking my truth and what I believe is my own reality, it can hopefully give other people that the permission to do the same, right? To show up authentically, even if we disagree. I've used
Mhm.
this example a few times. One of my best friends here on the island is actually like a carnivore, Metasaurus, as he calls himself. But he's one of my best friends, so it's like we don't have to agree on that particular subject, still to have our relationship, still to be close, and that's very common for a lot of families and family members. So it's
Mhm.
not about trying to find what we're doing differently, but also to find that common ground. Like what is it that brings us together? What is the specialness of the holidays, and how can we celebrate it together, even if we disagree on our particular food choices?
Mhm.
Which for
No, I
some
love that.
might be very strong views, and for some might have zero thought about. Like eat whatever, garbage disposal. I also know people that call themselves that. I'm a garbage disposal. I'll eat anything, whatever. Who cares? Right? And again, like those types of people, you never know. They might become vegan one day. The Metasaurus might go vegan. The vegan might go back to meat. We just don't know. Everyone has their own personal transformation in when it comes to the diet that they're leading, the life that they're leading. And it comes down to also asking, how do you feel at the end of the day? Like, do you feel great? Do you feel amazing in your body? Or do you wake up not feeling good? And so let's talk a little bit about
Mhm.
food as the foundation um, of holistic healing. And what does that mean to you?
It's everything, really. If you don't feel good in your body from what you're fueling your body with, then your brain's not working, your gut microbiome is off, your mood is off and up and down way more than it would be if you're fueling your body properly. So yeah, it's sort of like if you don't have your health, then you don't have anything. It's health is the number one so that you can actually live a life that you're excited about and hang out with people that you love over the holiday table. It's everything. So holistically, it's just number one. That's where it starts, the bottom of the pyramid. It's the foundation of everything. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I believe that too so much. And but I also believe that there's so much more to it than it's not just the food. But I like how you said like kind of the bottom of the pyramid. Like in a lot of programs, in my holistic healing code is a new program that I'm teaching, a new coaching program coming up in February, and we have open registration right now. Um, it lands on the 6 pillars of holistic healing, and one of those is nutrient rich nourishment. But it's like, yeah, when you have a structure, right? Maybe that's life, maybe that's perfect health, and it's equally held up by 6 pillars. And you pull one of those pillars away, the whole thing's going to crumble. And
Mhm.
so that's why, yes, food is the foundation, but also paying attention to sleep, community, connection, to our emotions, how when they come over us, can we pause before we react? Um,
Mhm.
to express ourselves creatively, artistically, and also to like get outside, to be in fitness, to be in the fresh air, to put ourselves in nature. So, I mean, you especially, like I know you spend so much time outside. You're an athlete. You're a former Olympian, but you're still an Olympian in my mind. And we actually did we did the beach Olympics together.
That was intense.
I'm sorry I lost for you.
No way.
I was like, why'd you pair me with an Olympian? Ah, she's got that fighting spirit. I saw that spirit come out in you. I was like, this is why. This is how she got to where she was. That like I'm gonna win spirit, and that's really beautiful. And so, how does the holistic healing play out in your life?
I feel, if I don't take care of myself first, I'm also a realtor and I'm also, have such a passion for helping people eat plants. I'm not letting it go ever. It's just going to be, I'm working on little projects here and there for that. There's a lot going on in life, and if I don't have a few things done in the morning for myself, then I feel like I can't think properly or deliver to my potential throughout the day. So you have to take care of yourself first. And that's like for me, it's doing a little workout and going for a run with my dogs and having like my breakfast is full of diversity, plant diversity with smoothies and overnight oats and just making sure that like before everything happens, I have what I need to thrive. And also, it all starts the night before. If I've like gone to a birthday party and went to bed later that night, then I'm going to be tired for the next 2 days. But then again, there's the community aspect, which is incredibly important. So, it's all about balance and it's not about perfection. It's about progress, progress over perfection. I always say that. But yeah, holistically, that's where I try to get it in because I have no idea what's going to happen later in the day. It's just like get my mornings dialed and I should be feeling okay for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So for people that are listening, morning, right? Setting yourself up. But I heard you also say it starts the night before. So maybe like prepping for your morning the night before. So when you arrive at the morning, there's stuff ready. Can you give like some practical things that you do? So like what is a go-to breakfast? Can you give like a little recipe of what you would, what does the,
Well,
Julia Murray eat for breakfast?
I actually fast until like 11 usually because
Okay.
I just feel like that worked for me the last few years.
Hmm.
I'm not really so I do my little workout and then I have breakfast around 11 and usually it's overnight oats, which is I used to have a breakfast cereal called Jules Fuel that I sold in Whole Foods and stuff. Pretty much that recipe, but more diversity. I've got, buckwheat and oats. So it's not just oats, it's buckwheat and oats, more protein. Sometimes if I have cooked quinoa, I'll put that in there. And it's so easy. You just do a big bulk like overnight oats at the beginning of the week, and then you have it for your mornings. You don't have to think about it. I add some berries in there and some, coconut yogurt and other seeds and like chia seeds and pumpkin seeds and flax seeds and all the good omegas. I have my essentials from Compliments every day. I have my greens powder in my smoothies, and my smoothies are just like packed with plant diversity. And that recipe is also in the guide because I think one of the most important like things is health insurance in your smoothie. Like if you know you're going somewhere and it's just going to be cookies and, all this heavy, delicious holiday food, then at least you've had your smoothie that day. So, health insurance.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
The health insurance smoothie. It's so delicious. You can check that out in the guide. And yeah, I love that, And for the last couple of years in a row, for me, for the holidays, um, yeah, I'll eat before I go out. And for me,
Mhm.
it's just, as far as like food goes, it's just another day where again, waking up in the morning, fueling myself with either a green smoothie, overnight oats. Overnight oats is also my go-to in the morning as well. Especially for my daughter, because it's really easy for me to give her that oatmeal in the morning with all what you said, like the different seeds and nuts and raisins and cinnamon and spices and functional mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms. Yeah, and then adding water. So like I make a dry mix and then I add
Yeah,
water, and that like lasts for like a week or longer.
perfect. Yeah,
And it's
medicinal mushroom.
instantaneous. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we both use Stay Wild. It's like a 5 to 7 mushroom blend powder that I just add to everything, even my coffee, smoothies, overnight oats, cookies, or whatever else I'm making. They also have these strips that are immunity strips, so you can just have that every single day throughout the holidays because everyone's together and lots of sickness going around. But
Yeah.
if you're eating whole food plant-based, leading up to it, your microbiome is going to be good and healthy. So hopefully that'll be the best thing that you can possibly do for your immune system.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course. I'll
Yeah,
give
and we got so much stuff going on all the time, both Julia and I. Hi.
Tez has to say hi
Hi,
before you
Tez.
go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and hug an
Our little
animal.
Mexican rescue.
But
Canadians
I,
outside.
what I think I hear you saying, like overall general, is like being the chill vegan is the person that's coming at it with love in their heart.
Hmm.
Um, not being afraid to withstand a bit of criticism because you're so rooted in your why, and to not engage in negative, yucky. You'll feel it, right? If it doesn't feel right, like you said, you can flip it. You can, how's your dog? Yeah, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, next.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really great way to deflect. Yeah, so for happy holidays for all, because
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Love it.
a time to connect, a time to get together with those that you love. And for those people out there that are listening that might not enjoy holiday time, they might have a bad experience, or maybe they don't have people that they celebrate with, to take this time to create a new holiday for yourself, um, and for it to be in alignment with your values. And so the food that you do prepare, it will build your health, and
Mhm.
that's what it's all about, is giving. Like my goal is to give people the tips, the tricks, the to-do list, how to make this lifestyle easy, sustainable, joyful, and then when you start eating the food, your body just feels amazing. Like you just start to feel amazing, your brain just starts to feel like sharp. I feel like this every day, and I'm so grateful for the food that I eat. I'm so grateful for the farmers that
Mhm.
work so hard to bring us our food. I see it firsthand here in the tropics in Nicaragua, the foods that our Western cultures buy from here,
Yeah, right.
the work that they're doing in the fields, and yeah, I come with a lot of gratitude. So, and gratitude for you for showing
And
up
thank you for
and being here.
being what you're doing and spreading the good message and love and compassion. Love over lecture.
Yay! Love over lecture. I love it. Yay! So yeah, check out Julia's Substack, sign up to that, and download her Chill Vegan Survival Guide. And if you haven't yet, sign up to the Food is the Foundation for Holistic Healing Summit. It's coming up on Saturday, and then after that, next Tuesday. So we're
Mhm.
pre-recording this because Julia's got her uncle's wedding on Saturday, and I'm also going to be doing the gut reset challenge again. So those of you who know that you buy it once, and every year you can join for free. And so last time we had about 60 people. So
Awesome.
join the 21-day gut reset challenge again. That's the invitation is always there for you to join me again. And if you've never tried it, this is the time. $222 US. It's foundational, incredible program. I think it's my best work. And yeah,
That says
I
a
invite.
lot. Says a lot.
Yeah, I invite you. Thank you so much. I can't wait
Thank
to talk
you.
more. The next time we talk, we're going to be
Fun.
designing our next retreat together.
That's right.
Can't wait for
Yeah,
that. Well,
me
I
too.
won't even say anything about it because we
No.
have so many ideas. But yeah, we're going
It's
to do
gonna be
another
good.
one together. You've
Mhm.
got dog hair all over your
Oh
shirt
yeah.
now.
It's my favorite accessory.
Yeah, right. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Julia. And yeah,
Of
we'll
course.
see you all soon.
That's good. Thanks for having me. Bye. Happy holidays.
Bye. Happy holidays.